Well, Arsenal 7-ups PSV in Netherlands, and this is what you're obviously going to be discussing up right now. Arsenal had taken 2 games without scoring a single goal, notably that of West Ham that ended 2-0 in favor of West Ham, and that of Nottingham Forest that ended 0-0 in favor of no one, and that was like a goal drought knocking at the club of Arsenal. But today they've gone ahead obviously end that mini goal drought of Arsenal at the Philips Stadion in Netherlands. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe because we want to hit 25,000 subscribers onto this channel, and continue to subscribe and see to it that we get to where we want to be. And I think we should hit 30,000 subscribers, right? And I'm eagerly waiting to see how you guys respond. Now remember, we are powered by St. Maria SS Katende. You know, alongside Masaka Road, they can change the life of your child into one of the best students that you'll ever think of really having into this world. And that is St. Maria Goretti SS Katende. Then they have admissions for S1s, S2s, S3s, S5s. And call them on those numbers that I will... Sorry about that. Call them on those numbers that are well stipulated onto that well-designed artwork, and their website too. You can even email them. So the information that you want to get is down there. If at all you feel like you want to get more information about St. Maria Goretti SS Katende, please go into the description box below. There is a link. It will take you direct to their website, and the admissions forms and requirements will be showcased to you onto that tab of the website. That is it, and let's get into the game. Now, the game of football started when Arsenal were all over the pitch, and Arsenal never really had some good amazing chances, but they had the lion's share of the possession. Around the 14th minute, PSG got the best chance of the game that was denied by the crossbar, you understand? And then 4 minutes later, Julian Timber went ahead, obviously he will give Arsenal the lead, but for that goal there is one unsound hero, and that is Leandro Trossard. If at all you saw that pass, you know, Lewis Kelly ran towards the byline, and everyone thought that Trossard was going to do the obvious. And what was the obvious? Getting that ball into Lewis Kelly towards the byline. But guess what? He went ahead to find an intricate pass in the 18 yards box area of PSV, and he found Declan Rice. Rice made a 180 turn with the ball. Beautiful cross. After putting in that beautiful cross, you know what went ahead to happen? It resulted into the side of Arsenal scoring the first goal through Julian Timber. Then Ethan Nwaneri went ahead to capitalize onto that beautiful cutback or square pass into the box by none other than Lewis Kelly, and hit that ball in the back of the net. Now, in the 31st minute, obviously, Mikel Merino got himself a gift, and he was like taking a penalty, and confidently he slayed it into the left bottom corner, and he made it 3 for the club of Arsenal. Then in the 43rd minute, Thomas Partey got hold of Nia Lang as the corner was being brought, and the referee was like, that's really a foul. It was a penalty and a yellow card issued to Thomas Partey. And I was like, this was really very naive of Thomas Partey, you know, with the experience, 3 goals up, why would you obviously go up and obviously gift a penalty? Because for a corner, even if you leave that player and you just go ahead and obviously try to follow him up, it doesn't mean that even if he gets a free header, he's obviously going to head that ball home. You understand? So I felt very bad for Thomas Partey, and all for that naive decision that he went ahead to take as a player. So I really felt very bad of him, but Luke de Jong went ahead and obviously Nolang went ahead and obviously scored that penalty. Then after scoring that penalty, the first half ended 3-1. And by the way, when it ended 3-1, everyone was like, everyone was like, getting that one goal back might obviously make it a hard game for the club of Arsenal in the second half, because PSV being playing at home, all they needed was that one goal to obviously narrow the goal difference to 1, to see to it that Arsenal now feels the pressure in that stadium. But guess what? When Arsenal returned, they went ahead to obviously score immediately, and they found themselves scoring the 4th goal in just 2 minutes of the second half. Martin Odegaard went ahead to obviously capitalize onto that beautiful ball that was put into the mixer by Ethan Nwaneri, and the goalkeeper fisted it back into the vicinity of Martin Odegaard, and boom, into the back of the net. Then Leandro Trossard was also released by Riccardo Carafiori, and he went ahead to obviously make it 5. Then Martin Odegaard went ahead to obviously go in for a hard shot, and the goalkeeper couldn't obviously save it, and that is Benitez, and it went to the back of the net. And then Martin Odegaard went ahead to obviously put in a very beautiful assist for Riccardo Carafiori, and it was all done and dusted, and it came to the levels of a 7-1 for the club of Arsenal, and that is a 7-up for Arsenal into Netherlands. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you really get excited about this, and it's obviously sure that Arsenal is through to the next round, because if they've gone ahead obviously come to your home and obviously given you that beating, do you expect a team like PSV to come and shock Arsenal? No. Yet the last time Arsenal had gone ahead to play there, Arsenal drew in 2022-2023. That was the UEFA Europa League. So they were beaten by, I think, 2-0. Then in the Champions League, they drew, was it 1-1? That is last season. So if PSV managed to put up such performances, and this time around they couldn't obviously put out such performances, it sends you a clear-cut message that there is nothing they're obviously going to be doing at the Emirates, and it's really a done deal. But that 7th goal of Carafiori, Declan Rice finds a pass to Martin Odegaard, and Odegaard really releases Carafiori, and that run that Carafiori makes into the middle of the park, and his finish is really exquisite. It's like of a pure striker, that is Riccardo Carafiori. And I know that finish might obviously make people think that why doesn't Arteta play him as a centre forward? Because he makes some good runs and he has some good finishes in there instead of Miguel Merino. But Lewis Skelly, there was a red card scare for him, and the manager took him out into the 35th minute, and I think the player knew it very well that it was really well deserved and really well called for him to obviously be put out. But all in all, Arsenal is through for me, and it's just a matter of playing next Wednesday and see how things will obviously pan out. Now, PSV had 12 shots, Arsenal had 15. 2 shots on target by PSV, Arsenal had 8 shots, and out of the 8 shots on target, 7 were goals. That's really very, very clinical. 54% ball possession by PSV. Arsenal had 46% ball possession. 445 passes completed by PSV. Arsenal completed 400 passes. 82% passing accuracy by Arsenal. Then even PSV had 82% passing accuracy. 9 fouls by PSV. 10 fouls by Arsenal. 1 yellow card to PSV. 3 yellow cards to Arsenal. Then 0 red cards issued to either sides. 1 offside to PSV and 4 offsides to the side of Arsenal. Then 5 corners to the side of PSV and 3 corners to the side of Arsenal. That's how it all went down at the Philips Stadion in Netherlands. And Ethan Nwaneri deserves a shout out, by the way, because of what he really went ahead to do into that beautiful encounter. I loved everything he did, and he just showed us that he's really a different kind of player altogether. Even the first chance that Arsenal got, and Gabriel Magalhaes failed to obviously put in the back to direct it in the back of the net, it was all a very huge contribution coming in from Ethan Nwaneri. But Odegaard, for me, is the biggest shine. And everyone has been asking himself, where has been Martin Odegaard all this season? And you never know, this game, scoring a brace and getting himself an assist will obviously act as a spark for Martin Odegaard into the mix. So guys, we sign out for now. See you later. The other games that are going to be played in the Champions League have registered the following results: Dortmund 1, Lille 1, Arsenal 1, PSV 7, Real Madrid 2, and Atletico Madrid 1, Club Brugge 1, Aston Villa 3. That's how things have gone ahead, obviously, go down at different stadiums. So looks like two teams of the Premier League are really through, because if Aston Villa is going to hit toward Club Brugge and beat them by 3-1, that means when they come to the Villa Park, it's obviously going to be a walk in the park. That is it. So your reactions to all the results of these Champions League games are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name, and we sign out for now. See you later. And this is the third video of the day, match reaction in there. Remember, if Arsenal goes through, it will face the winner between Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. For that game, it's not yet done. I tell you authoritatively, it's not yet done, because at the Metropolitano, it's not obviously going to be that easy.